cloud computing, that why it is necessary. So the question of why was very obvious. There is a comparison between on-premises infrastructure and cloud infrastructure. So how it is helping us to reduce the money, to reduce the effort, to increase the security, to increase the accessibility, right? So these are all different aspect of cloud computing. That's why we move, right now we are moving slowly on premises infrastructure to cloud. And many companies who are providing the cloud computing facility are increasing their infrastructure, increasing their security aspects, as well as they are thinking that how they can satisfy the customer need, how efficiently they can satisfy the customer need. So there is a, if you will go to the slide where we have a question, what is cloud computing? Yesterday we have stopped there. Where it is written, cloud computing is the delivery of on-demand computing services over the internet on a pay-as-you-go basis. So this is very basic definition of cloud, that a layman who is not belonging to, let's say, a technical field, so how he will understand what is cloud computing. So for that one line sentence was given. What is that? Cloud computing is the delivery of on-demand computing services. What is it? On-demand computing services. So whenever a person needs any type of computing services, and if it is delivered by some cloud provider, so that is the definition of cloud computing here. And services over the internet, so it has to give the over the internet, and pay as you go basis. Whenever whatever we require, it will pay depend upon the requirement. So that is the definition given by for a layman. But okay, so what is the, again this is how we are, why it is necessary. The next slide was rather than managing files on a local storage device, cloud computing makes it possible to save them over the internet. That we already know that it will give some sort of infrastructure so that you doesn't have to carry your CD or your drive with you. You can access anywhere. So that is a type of what we can say is the advantage of this cloud computing phenomena. What I told you is we use in early 80s, late 70s. Slowly it has been vanishes when the personal computer came into the picture. Again, when we need more computing power, more storage area, as well as fast infrastructure and secure infrastructure, then again the cloud computing or the cloud features came into the picture. There is a standardized identity, NIST. Have you heard about it? NIST, National Institute of Standard for Technologies. So they have standardized the whole process of cloud computing, and they have come up with some definition. That should be the definition, and if we'll define the technology in this way, so we can say it is a cloud computing. Are you getting it, what I'm saying? So they have given some definition, and it is listed in their paper. There is a white paper they have published. In that, they have listed all those things. So this is National Institute of Standard and Technology, Information Technology Laboratory. In 2009, they have published this draft, and this draft tells us standard definition, or if let's say I have to tell about the technology, So how I'll define that? So the definition and all these things has been given in that particular white paper. Okay, and from the white paper only I have put those points into the slides. So if we go to the cloud computing actual definition, that actual definition says like this. Cloud computing is a relatively new business model in computing world. According to official NIST definition, cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. That is network, servers, storage, application and services that can rapidly provisioned and released with minimum management effort of service provider interaction. This is the definition of cloud computing. What do you understand by this? So here we have many things. If you see, cloud computing is a model of enabling ubiquitous, convenient on-demand network access. Ubiquitous means different type of networking can be easily adopted there. Next, convenient. It is very convenient to use. It should be very user friendly to use. Next is on-demand network access. It should be on demand, means your services, if you are a service provider of a cloud, so your services should be available 24/7. That is the thing. And how you are accessing it? You are accessing the shared pool of configurable computing resources. So computing resources, you assume we have a big server, and in that particular big server, many people have their cloud services. So if I want my cloud services, so it will give me a portion of its infrastructure, and the whole infrastructure I am sharing with other people. It is just like pooling the car. Have you pooled the car like Ola share? Have you gone in that particular way? So in the Ola here, what we are using is Ola share, right? So in Ola share, we can share this car services with some other. Car infrastructure is the same, but two or more people are using that. As well as if you are using alone for the same distance, you need to pay more. But if you are using with the shared pooling way, so what you have to give? Less. Yes, the same concept is there. Infrastructure is there, and many people are using those infrastructure without knowing that I am sharing with that particular person, or I am sharing with that particular firm or agency, right? So these type of pooling phenomena has been given by the service provider. That's why they give you cheap services. Are you getting it? If they will give you the infrastructure, whole infrastructure, definitely they will ask you for more. Then it is what is saying that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimum management effort. Rapidly provisioned. Provision means we can have the predefined thing. Let's say if I'll predefined thing. How you can understand predefined thing is like this. Have you used washing machine in home? For nowadays washing machine, I am not talking about the washing machine that is installed in your hostel. And nowadays we have the washing machine which will give you different program methods. Like for the regular clothes, for the cloth with let's say heavy cloths, means let's say bed sheet and all, or we have the cloth which need more washing, like white shirt or white type of thing. So for that there is another program. Next, if you just want to rinse them, you don't want to wash it, you just want to rinse them. For that there is a program. You just want to, let's say, what else? You want to remove the water of the cloth. So for that there is another program, right? So we have around 20 programs, and that program is predefined with some steps. If you'll go for the regular one, so it will first find out its weight, what is the weight of your cloth. According to that, it will tell you that how much washing powder we require. So it will give you that particular one. After that, it will fill the water and it will wash. Again, release the water. Again, fill the water, so that your washing powder and all those will go out, and then it will clean it and give you a near to what? Dry clothes. Are you getting it? In the same way, the cloud computing provider or a cloud provider, it will give you some packages. Like if you go for P1, you will get, let's say, 4 GB of data, 4 GB of memory, 20 GB of hard drive, and you get, let's say, Ubuntu operating system. On that there is a pre-install some pre-install software like Python or C++ or something. So that is package 1. Package 2, let's say it is having more memory power, more, and it will give you some operating system like let's say Windows and all. It will give you some more software like MATLAB or something. From the basics, it will give you advanced. So there is a basic, advanced, then there is a more advanced, and then that way. And depend upon if you are a student, you are a researcher, you are a, let's say any tech people, normal tech people. So for your usage, you are using that one. If you want to deploy the IT services, so there is Google IoT, or nowadays we have Microsoft IoT. So it is another different platform of cloud computing. Are you getting it? So there is a predefined way, so that we can have the provision to get those resources. So that is called provisions. And release with minimum management effort or services provider interaction. So either minimum or maximum way how service provider will interfere in my cloud. Let's say I have created a cloud infrastructure. So it depends upon how much I am giving the effort and how much they are putting the effort. So based on that also, we have this infrastructure or resources in the cloud. So that is the proper definition of cloud computing. It is giving in a slightly concise way of putting all the thing in 1 or 2 paragraph. So that is the definition given by NIST. The NIST definition lists 5 essential characteristics of cloud computing. What they have listed? They have listed 5 different characteristics of cloud computing. Means if we are talking about cloud computing technology, so these 5 characters should be there. If any of the character is not there, so we cannot say this one is a cloud computing infrastructure. Getting it? Next, they have provided the service model. So these 3 services model should be there in the cloud, so that we can say it is a cloud computing infrastructure. As well as we should have 4 deployment methods. So all these things should be there, then only we can say it is a cloud computing infrastructure.